Hey guys, I'm back from my trip. Actually, I wasn't able to go on the trip because I was so sick, so I wound up staying home, so I'm not back from my trip. But I didn't make videos over this time because I was just really not feeling good enough to. But I'm getting better, and hopefully I'll be better soon enough, so I'm going to go ahead and start making videos again. Sorry about, I guess I forgot to tell you guys, I only intend to do the daily videos throughout the week. But, that's only 2 days, so can't complain that much. So hopefully this will continue for a while, and I'll hopefully continue to make good videos for you all. Sorry that I didn't get that video out Saturday that I told you I would, but I decided not to make it because I remembered that I didn't actually get anything for the month of June, so unbox can't really happen. Or sorry, I didn't get anything in the month of July. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and move on with my life, and I will show you guys the video that I made. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Let's get started right now. Bye. Okay. Hello everybody, Go35 here, and today we're going to be looking at one of my other hobbies, which can be found here on the computer on brackets. This is coding, and today I'm going to be taking a look at HTML, the first coding language that I learned. So HTML, or Hypertext Markup Language, is sort of the language of the web. It's what websites use in order to code websites. The Google search engine, that is an HTML page. The majority of the web uses HTML as a primary coding language, so this will sort of be showing you how to create your own websites from scratch, which is pretty cool. But of course, ones from scratch are never going to look as good as ones with templates or professionally made ones. But once you get better, you'll be able to create ones that are really, truly amazing. So this is just a random text document, or more of a random HTML document. The first thing that we're going to do is obviously create a new file. So I'm going to create a new one. Again, I am using brackets. I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description to download it. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you get a document set is you're going to want to save it. And the reason for this is because the title matters in this case. So you can name it whatever you want, but at the end you always have to type .html. And what that does is it sort of, when brackets and other coding sort of programs are looking at it, they are reading the .html at the end, and they're saying, oh, that's an HTML document, we'll read it like that, instead of reading it as a text document or something random. So make sure that you always put .html at the end, no capitals, no spaces, just .html. So once you save it, you should be able to actually utilize the coding features. So in HTML, you're going to be using something called tags, and tags look like this. So that's the HTML tag. Now you're probably noticing that there's two of them. There's HTML up here and HTML down here. The difference being that there's a dash in the bottom one. So essentially what this is, the tag itself begins here and ends down here. So everything in between these two, everything in between them is part of the HTML tag. So the HTML tag itself creates sort of the HTML document. Everything's going to be going inside this tag, literally everything, so we're going to make big space to put everything inside the HTML tag. Now in a normal or a different coding in a different coding program, such as, I don't remember what it was called, but there's a specific one pre-installed on Apple computers, and on those, this won't automatically be made. You'll actually need to type in the HTML tag, and then you'll need to type in the closing HTML tag, which is annoying. But on brackets, obviously, it'll go ahead and end it for you immediately, which is really helpful. So the HTML tag is there. Now we need to create the head of the document. The head is where JavaScript and CSS can go, if you want to put that in there, but we're not going to be focusing on that right now. Right now, all you need to do is give it a title. So the title goes inside the head, and we're going to title it test. So you can see the word test went in between the two tags, so that will be the title. All of the tags won't actually show up inside of the document itself when we open the page, which we can do, but we won't do yet. When we open it, it won't show any of these tags. It will only show what I want it to show, and you'll see how we do that in a moment. So now we're going to create the body. The body of the HTML document is where most everything's going to go. And the body and should normally end with the HTML tag, so I'm going to go ahead and put those together and give me some room, because this is where we're going to create text and links and images and stuff like that. So the next tag I'm going to show you is the p tag. I shouldn't have done that. There we go. No, I'm really disoriented right now. So that's the p tag. So inside the p tag, we can create text. The p tag, I believe, stands for paragraph. The p tag, I believe, stands for paragraph, and obviously, you know, a paragraph is going to have text. So we got to put some text in here. So there we go. This is text. So there's some text. Isn't that nice? So that's just going to create normal state-of-the-art text. What you can also do, though, is use the b tag. B stands for bold, and it will create bold text. And obviously, it will be, this is cap sensitive, obviously, so this is going to be all caps when we look at it inside of the live preview. So that will create bold text, the b tag. And then we can also create large text, and we do this with the h1 tag. I don't know what h1 stands for, but it creates big text. So there's some big text. And then there's also the h2 tag, which will create big text, but not quite as big as h1. So still big text, just not quite the largest. So there we go. Because big is bigger than large. So along with that, with all of this stuff happening, you know that on websites there are links. You know, you don't just go on a website to read nowadays. No, now you go onto a website to click things and do things. So we'll go ahead and create a link. A is the link tag, or I suppose it's called the link tag. I don't know what A stands for, but what you're going to do is just type an A tag, and under normal circumstances you would think, okay, so now we just kind of go, you know, put some text in here. Click here to be redirected or something like that. That's what you would imagine to be, you know, inside a redirect link. So you're probably wondering how we tell what this links to. So, you know, we have a link, but what's it linking to? It's just, you're just clicking it. It does nothing because we haven't told it where we want it to be linked. So the way we change where this links to is we're going to go into the A tag, and right after the A in the beginning A tag, you're going to press space and then type href. I'm not sure what href stands for, but it is what you use to link to places. So now you're going to type in equals and double quotes. So whatever we type in the double quotes, that's what it's going to link to. So if we type Google in the double quotes, well, you know, if we typed in the full Google URL, it would link to Google. But we don't want to do that because there might be some sort of issues with that, mostly because I don't have very good internet reception right now. But so something really cool that you can do with brackets and some other coding programs is you can actually link to some of your other projects. So here we have a bunch of projects. These are all in the sidebar. These are all things that I've made myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link to one of them. Let's see. Oh, would you look at this? We have a Waylong. This is a page about the Waylong. So why don't we go ahead and link to that? So we're going to type inside of the href. Oh, wait, never mind. Sorry. We can't do that. It's in a different folder. I forgot about that. You can't link to things that are in a different folder. The exception to this is obviously websites that are actually on the internet. But if you're linking to one of your own projects, it needs to be in the same folder. So why don't we link to my first JavaScript. This was my first JavaScript program. So we'll go ahead and link to that. So we'll type in my first JavaScript. You can see it's already here. Press enter. There we go. It's been linked. And now if we click on this text, when we're on the actual website that we've created, then it will link us to that project. Another thing you might see on certain websites are tables. So tables use the table tag, as you might imagine. Table. And inside the table tag, you're going to want to apply some modifiers. So we're going to want to add a border so that we can actually tell it's a table. So we're going to do the same thing that we did with the href modifier, equals double quotes, and then inside the double quotes, we'll go ahead and type 2. So that should create a 2-point border, or 2 times thick. So that'll be nice. We can also choose the border color. However, I'm not entirely sure if I remember how to do this. So color, nope. Okay. So I'm not going to try to do that. I don't remember how to. So we have that. Now, in order to use a table properly, we need to create a row. So we'll go ahead and type TR, which stands for table row, and that will create a row inside the table. So now we have to create a cell inside the table. Individual cells are part of the row. So we'll go ahead and create a cell by using the TD tag. I don't know what that stands for, but it creates a cell, so just kind of go with it. Now we want to create some text inside of the cell, and in order to do that, we need to use one of the text tags. We'll go ahead and use P because it's simple, and then we'll type some text in. So text in a table. So there's some text in a table. It's a lot of work just to get one little piece of text inside of a table, but it's the only way it works. So now we're going to create another cell by using the TD tag, and this time we're going to create some large text with H1. Or, sorry, large text is H2. Correcting myself on earlier jokes. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and add some text, large text in a table. So there's that. And then we'll create one more cell inside this row. We should also get rid of this. That will cause some issues. That was just the remaining closing H1 tag, but I deleted the beginning H1 tag, so it would have caused some issues. That's another thing I'll get into in a moment, but for now, just know that that needed to happen. So lastly, we'll use an A tag in order to create a link. And we'll go ahead and link to, why don't we link to, which should we link to? We'll link to my first CSS document. My first CSS. Beautiful. So now we'll just say, click here to be redirected. Redirected to a HTML document with CSS. That's nice. Okay, so now we're going to go outside the table row. So we're going to exit this table row, which ends here. So we're going to hop out of it, and we're going to create a new table row. Actually, I'll make life easier for you. This should hopefully help you distinguish. So this is all in one table row. And if you're wondering why that is, the table row starts here with the beginning of the table row tag, and it ends here at the end of the table row tag. Again, abbreviated as TR. And if you're wondering sort of how the cells work, the cell begins here with the TD tag, and it ends over here with the closing TD tag. And everything in between it is inside the table cell. So that's that. Now we're going to go ahead and create another table row, and all of this is inside the table tag, mind you. This is all still inside the table tag. So now we're going to go ahead and create another row, but this one's going to be simpler. We're just going to have a cell with bold text, why not? And it's going to say hi. And then we're going to create another little table cell, and we're going to create, we'll just use, what can we use? We'll just use the P tag again. P is simple. Cubes. And last one, we'll say Fangshi, because Fangshis are cool. There we go. That's the next row in the table. So we're going to end it there, so there's only 2 rows in the table. So there's going to be that. Now, something I'm going to show you now is modifiers for the body itself. You can modify the body with all of these modifiers can apply to the body, but we're not going to use any of these. We're going to use a special one. It's called BG color, and it stands for background color. And goodness, you can do things with this. So we're going to make the background color of the entire website purple, because I feel purple doesn't get the love it deserves. So now I'm going to show you some fun we can have with text things. This is a different tag. It's my favorite tag of all time. Meet the Marquee tag. This thing is capable of creating the most amazing form of text ever. The kind of text that I'm sure you love from your experiences on the internet. That's right. This creates scrolling text. The things you can do with scrolling text. So there's that. We'll go ahead and make sure that we use this in all of our projects in the future because it's beautiful. Learn it, live it, love it. It's amazing. And lastly, I'll go ahead and show you the website itself. Now, I'm using the Windows 10 screen recorder, and sadly, it isn't letting me screen record anything but the Brackets app, or Brackets application is not really, well, app is abbreviation of application, never mind. So, I can't record the live preview, sadly. It doesn't let me for some reason. So I'm going to have to use my camera to show you it, which is kind of sad, but it's all I can really do, so sorry about that. We'll go ahead and show you the live preview, but first, always remember to save your work, because if you don't, terrible things will fall upon you. Okay, I'll see you when we get to the live preview. Welcome to the unprofessional filming of our website. So this is our website. It's zoomed in, obviously, because it gets really blurry if I zoom out. So the first thing you're probably noticing is how intensely purple it is. That is, again, because of the BG color modifier that I applied to the body. You can see the small P text up here saying this is text, bold text, this is big text, this is large text, all this stuff that we've implemented that I told you about when we were looking into it. We also have the click here to be redirected link. This is the first one that we made. This one links to the way long thing. So we'll go ahead and click it, and it has, oh, not the way long thing, that's right. This redirects us to the first JavaScript that I used. So what year was I born in? I was born in 1950. Not really. Not even in the least bit. I'm just typing in a random thing. How old am I? I am 64 years old. I have been alive for 560,640 hours. Or, yeah. That's nice. So, there's that. Okay. And below it we have what is temperature in Celsius, so we have a Celsius converter for all of us Americans who don't comprehend the concept of Celsius and other measurements that aren't in our wonderful non-metric system. So as you can see now, the link has turned dark purple, so it's a little hard to see, but when I click and hold on it, you can see it is still there. It turns dark purple because after you click something, it typically turns dark purple. You know, after you click links, that's just kind of how it works. I'm assuming that I'm not just crazy. Anyway, below it you can see the table. So here we have, this is text in a table, large text in a table. There we have the link, and I'll show you that in a moment. And then we have all of this other stuff. So why don't we go ahead and check out this wonderful, amazing CSS document that I have created. So clicking on it, and it takes us to, oh, okay. Oh, that's probably copyrighted. What else do we have? Oh, look, we have more tables. Would you look at that? Oh, look, there is a marquee text. And whatever that is. Okay, so this is one of my other websites. Clearly, it is definitely mine. And there is actually... never mind, I'll save that for another day. Okay, so let's go ahead and head back. And of course, I have to show you, the scrolling text is there. Right below our table. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so that was a wonderful adventure in HTML. There was just a quick little look at the wonderful, amazing things that we can make with it. Sort of an unprofessional ending, but I should just kind of say, Q. Yeah, okay, there we go, got your attention. Alright, so if you guys did enjoy this, go ahead and tell me in the comments so I know, and I can make more of these, and hopefully I can teach you guys how to debug and some other more complicated things, how to make secrets and Easter eggs, fun little things that I picked up and made up myself, other things that I've learned, just things that would be really useful and fun to know. So if you guys do want me to make more videos like this, go ahead and tell me. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I do hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to check out my friends' channels along with my channel. All of the links will be in the description. I'll leave also a link in the description to download Brackets so you can get started on your HTML coding. And if you want to, go ahead and take a look around the internet for other better HTML introductory videos. And yeah, thank you all for watching once more, and until next time, I'm Girth385. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen.